Hey, what's happening, y'all? Ed from the Word Distribution coming to you from Jersey City, New Jersey. If you're watching this, congratulations. You made it, year 2021. Yo, 2020 was a rough year all around. My heartfelt condolences to anybody out there who lost somebody close to them. But just because 2020 was kind of a crappy year doesn't mean that some good things didn't come out of it. Saw a lot of really, really rad zines. And I thought maybe before we welcome 2021 in with open arms and tell 2020 to kick rocks, thought maybe we have a little fun. Got a little award ceremony going on here. Of course, we're going to do it virtually like everything else in 2020. But if this goes well, maybe we can do something again next year. But I just really wanted to give some shout outs to some people who made some really great things this year and maybe have a little fun. So let's get into this thing. And the first award today is going to a newcomer on the zine scene. Dude has been a long-time blogger and podcast host, but in 2020 decided to try his hand at the independent publishing game. So let's give it up for 2020 Wordy winner for the Fresh Broccoli Award, going out to Charm City, Baltimore, Maryland's own Johnny Gamber. Yo, this dude came onto the zine scene guns blazing, man. Put out a dozen of these Pencil Revolution zines, right? He got this OCD zine right here. A little blank notebook you could be drawing in. Just recently read this one at a zine reading, a virtual zine reading that we had, spoken in true Baltimore twang. It was really, really cool. But this is probably the best thing. He's doing zines with his daughter, so he's passing it on to the next generation. So everybody, put your hands together inside your living rooms or wherever you're watching from for the 2020 Wordy Award winner for the Fresh Broccoli Award, Johnny Gamber. Congratulations, Johnny. Today's second award is going out to a zine that I got originally through another distro, and I was lucky enough through the Zine Syndicate Underground there to get in contact with the authors, and now I carry it here at my distro also. It was really, well, I wouldn't be giving it an award if it wasn't a fantastic zine, right? So let's just get to the 2020 Wordy winner for the True Hollywood Award. We're giving it up to People and Their Problems by Bryce Canyon and Candy Floss. So what we got here is basically little reviews of different biographies. And what I like about this is like kind of like a Cliff Notes, like a dummy version, right? Like this tells me what biographies are good, which ones I should skip, which ones are terrible. And I also just get to know a little bit about the person just from the review here. Like, Paul Simon was a dick. I did not know that before reading this zine. Apparently, it was pretty terrible to be in Three Dog Night, according to Chuck Negron. He calls it Three Dog Nightmare. I did not know this. So, thank you very much to Bryce Canyon and Candy Floss, award winner 2020 True Hollywood Award for their zine People and Their Problems. It's really fantastic. Check it out. Third award today is going out to a collab zine. Collab zines are always cool because you get a lot of different thoughts and opinions, writing styles and whatnot. So let's give it up for a 2020 Wordy winner for the Antiquated Format Award. Going to Basic Paper Airplane, issue number 13, cassette tape issue. What we got here is 20 different writers, musicians, DJs, label owners, and whatnot, all getting together talking about their favorite musical medium, which is the cassette tape. I'm definitely of the age that I remember cassette tapes very fondly. That's what was big when I started buying music. Actually, at the earlier in this year, I did buy myself a cassette tape player because my homie's band put out a cassette and I really wanted to listen to it, so I went and bought that. Shout out to my homie's band Fangers, put them up. But getting back to the zine, like I said, the zine's got about 20 different people writing in it, coming from all different points of view. Some of the stories are happy, some of them are kind of sad, so it's really good like that. The best thing is, If you get to a story that you really don't like, much like a mixtape, you could just fast forward, right? And you're on to the next story already. Different point of view, different writing style. If you happen to really like something, you could just rewind it and read it again. So, but I don't think you're going to dislike any of the stories in here. They wouldn't be in here if they weren't good. The zine would not be winning an award if it wasn't good. I want to give a shout out to Joshua. If you don't know, he runs Antiquated Future out in the Pacific Northwest. They're a fantastic tape and zine distro. They carry some other stuff too, but you should definitely check them out if you get a chance. And once again, let's give it up for the 2020 Wordy winner, Antiquated Format Award, Basic Paper Airplane, issue number 13. We're going to keep chugging along down the track here with today's 4th award. This is the Choo Choo Award, going out to Dislocations of Family History. I picked this up off of Facebook, some Facebook group I'm in, and I honestly do not remember the author's name, and the author's name is nowhere here in the zine, so I can't properly shout them out, but it is a great zine. I was into it because she was talking about how this has a story about her grandfather working for the Chinese railroads and how they moved around during all that period, going to different countries, even different continents. Grandfather goes to spend some time over in Africa building the railroads. It's cool because it's super nerdy. It's got maps in it, and it's very like heavy in statistics and whatnot. But since it's also about a family matter and talking about a grandfather like that, the zine does have a heart. So I was really into it. There is an email address which I will post, so you'll be able to at least contact this person if you're interested in this zine. I don't remember her name. I'm very sorry, but the zine, I may not remember the name, but I definitely remember the zine. Got this early in lockdown, and I read through it very quickly. So shout out to the Choo Choo Award winner, Dislocations of Family History. Today's 5th award is going out to one of my favorite zinesters, 2020 Wordy winner for the Salute Your Shorts Award, going out to Albuquerque's own Billy McCall and his State Flags series. I really cannot think of a better topic to write about than the state flags. Of course, I'm a big dork, so I super loved it. But I really like Billy's writing style because he makes me laugh, he makes me learn. Those are two things that I like to get out of a zine. I like to laugh, I like to learn. And this has all kinds of the history that goes into each of the flags, what everything on the flag symbolizes. He did a lot of research on this, although I do believe that somewhere in one of these zines he claims that he did most of the research on Wikipedia, which, if you really think about it, is really brilliant, because if anybody's going to fact check you, they got to go to Wikipedia. So my man Billy McCall, always thinking. If for some reason you do not like state flags, you should really check out all of his other writings. He does a ton of zines. He's very prolific. He's very good at it. He won some other award last year, but I know that this one is probably more important to him. So let's give it up. 2020 Wordy winner for the Salute Your Shorts Award, Billy McCall and his State Flag series. Congratulations, Billy. 6th award is going out to Philadelphia's own self-publishing powerhouse couple, Jersey Joe Carlo, Katie Cat Party Hagley. 2020 Wordy winners for the Get Outta Here Award. Their latest publication, Out and About. And I really love Katie and Joe's work. Katie is really good at English, so you know that she's a good writer. And Joe's from New Jersey, so you know his shit's always going to be solid. What we got here is, early in lockdown, there wasn't a whole lot to do. Restaurants were closed, sporting events, concerts were canceled. Honestly, ain't much different than it is today. But what you could do is get out and about. And Katie and Joe went and explored the city of Philadelphia, probably like they never have before. And on each of their journeys, they kind of took notes, talking about the things that they saw, some of the things that you might see, some of the landmarks to look out for. They got one of their friends to illustrate some maps and give you directions, let you know all about what you might need to bring. Like, you should probably bring some lunch on this one because you're going to be coming across a lot of nature, right? On this one, it got city exploration. You could just use some casual shoes. Some of them are some more hikes. A little picture of the pin I bought too. I don't have the pin on me, but rest assured that I do have it. You can pick this guy up at This and That Tapes, which is a tape label that Joe runs. I also bought a lot of his tapes. Feed My Cassette Tape Player. That's been my cooking playlist basically all year this year. So shout out 2020 Wordy winners, Jersey Joe Carlo, Katie Cat Party Hagley, for their publication Out and About. Halfway there, folks. Let's keep it moving. 7th award today. 2020 Wordy winner for the Thank You, I'll Be Here All Week award, going out to Dave Zine, issue number 15. This is all about him being a solo performer in the city of Baltimore for 10 years. It's chock full of all kinds of stories, but it's like on stage, behind stage. What it's like to record as a solo artist is also got a whole bunch of old show flyers. I really enjoyed this zine because I love Baltimore. Baltimore's always been a good time to me. It's a good city. I love hearing about what it was like performing up on stage and things like that. I used to be in a band myself. It was a really fun time. So this is a good read. All the Dave zines have been good so far, at least that I've read. But this one came out in 2020. Wanted to give it a shout out. David G. Cookson, Dave Zine 15 award winner for the Thank You, I'll Be Here All Week award. The 8th award is the Is Not the Size of the Boat award. Give it up, 2020 Wordy winner, Plumbago Magazine, issue number 7. The tiny issue. This is the type of zine when you pull out your pants, girls is like, oh, that's cute. Don't let this little guy fool you. Packs a wallop. This is a collab zine. So once again, a bunch of different authors, bunch of different formats in here. Some of these are stories, some of these are pictures, some are sketches, little poems. This was put together by the Wright Notebooks Company in Baltimore, Maryland. The production quality is outstanding on this one. This is put together by the Erasable Podcast. Shout out to Erasable Podcast. Thanks for having me on this year. It was a blast. So you should check out their publication. They don't just do podcasts. Check out Plumbago, issue number 7, the tiny issue. 2020 Wordy winner for the It's Not the Size of the Boat award. The 9th award is going out to a first-time zinester, and this one is called the Entomophobia Award. 2020 Wordy winner, The Grasshoppers Are Coming. And yo, this zine is straight up out of one of my up too late on a school night Wikipedia searches, and this is all about this massive grasshopper infestation that took over the whole middle part of the country back in the 1800s. Basically ate, destroyed, devoured everything in its sight. These are the types of zines that I definitely get jazzed on because I like to learn from my zines. I really wish I liked learning this much back in school. My grades probably would have been a lot better, but nothing you could do about that. I love learning now. This zine taught me a whole hell of a lot that I did not know. Give it up, Alicia H., 2020 Wordy winner for the Entomophobia Award. The Grasshoppers Are Coming. The 10th award today is going out to a zine series that I really, really like and look forward to every year. 2020 Wordy winner for the You Again Award, going out to We'll Never Have Paris, Volume 17, 2020, Hindsight. There's another collab zine. I think they get about 10, maybe 12 different people to contribute. So you got a bunch of different stories in here. Once again, you're getting different writing styles, different thoughts, different opinions on things, all revolving around the theme of hindsight. The writers that they get in this is always really, really talented. So the stories are always fantastic. It's great size. I love quarter page size zines because they fit perfectly in the back pocket. The paper it's printed on is beautiful. It's just all around a great zine. Good price. Lots of content. Y'all should check it out. Winner 2020 Wordie for the You Again Award. We'll Never Have Paris. Volume 17. Hindsight 2020. Check it out. Alright, today's 11th award is one that's very near and dear to my heart. So let's give a big round of applause. 2020 Wordie winner for the Don't Stand So Close to Me award, going out to Scranton Punk Rock Flea and Zine Fest. The word distribution has been tabling at Scranton for probably 6 years straight or so, and I was worried, nervous if you will, that this event was going to get canceled or put virtually like just about everything else that happened this year. But big shout out to Jess Mione and the crew for figuring out a way to make it happen. They had it at the Circle Drive-In in Dixon City, right outside of Scranton, and the event was fantastic. I had a great time. I felt safe the whole time. There was a DJ, there were bands. They coincided it with the horror film festival. They had probably like a dozen horror films show after the Zine Fest. It was a great time. I'm really glad that this was able to happen this year. Keep the streak alive. I see that it's already scheduled for Dixon City next year. So Jess, I look forward to seeing you and everybody out in Scranton, PA. But for this year, let's give it up for easily the best Zine Fest of the year. Maybe it was the only one, but easily the best Zine Fest of the year. And one of my favorite events every single year. 2020 Wordie winner for the Don't Stand So Close to Me award, Scranton Punk Rock Flea and Zine Fest. Alright everybody, we have reached the 12th and final award of the day. This is the pinnacle, the apex of zine making achievement for 2020, I guess as far as my humble opinion goes. So this is 2020 Wordie winner for the Takes the Cake award. Give it up, Happy Taper, number 6, on the make, at the Drake, put out by Johnny Masiola. Hey, look, man. Could we just get the last name on the bottom of the screen here so I can stop disrespecting this man's last name? We got that? Everybody can read that? We good to go? All right, let's continue. So this is all about being a bellman at Chicago's historic and famous, iconic The Drake. I love work scenes because it gives you a little behind the curtain peek as what it's like on people's daily grind. I had never worked in a hotel, so it was great to hear some of these stories. Some of the stories were pretty outrageous and pretty amazing. Like, dude finds like pounds and pounds of smoke inside a hotel room one day and makes off with it. I think he could write about that. The statute of limitations is probably good on that one. But he's got an interaction with Bill Cosby that'll leave you scratching your head. Talks about what it's like when NHL teams, that's where they stay, is the Drake, when they come play the Blackhawks. A lot of stories about that. It's just a really fantastic zine. I love Johnny's writing. I've read all the Happy Tapers, but I definitely think number 6 is the best, and it happened to come out in 2020. So this is probably my favorite zine of the year. Winner of the Takes the Cake award, Happy Taper, number 6, on the make, at the Drake. Check it out. Well, that's it, everybody. The 2020 Wordies are a wrap. I hope you had a little fun watching. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all so much for the support over the last 12 months. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. I'm going to put a link in the description where you'll be able to pick all these zines up so you can check them out yourself. Once again, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for all the support you've given the word distribution. And I look forward to 2021. Hopefully we'll get some really awesome zines, and maybe I'll be seeing y'all again in 12 months and we'll do this again. All right? Sounds good? Be safe, everybody. Happy New Year. Collab zines are always cool because you get a lot of different thoughts and opinions, writing style. Philadelphia's own self-publishing powerhouse couple, Jersey Joe Carlo. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Okay, I remember now. Well, that's it, everybody. Let's run this back and try this again.